Open mic. A black. Let me just go ahead and tell you what this is. It is what it is. The title is what it says, right? The title is what it says. A black guy confronted by racist Caucasian white folks, and he was with his Caucasian friends. He was with the Caucasian friends, which they bailed on him, and he was left to defend for himself. Y'all gonna say, "Oh, that's somebody gonna say, oh, that was just one off. That was just one off. That was just one off, right?" And we gotta be careful who we be around, right? We gotta be careful who we be around. Let me go and salute the chat right quick. Let me salute the chat right quick. I'm going to salute the chat right quick. Young Red, respect to you, my brother. Rimrock TV, Tony, together, my sister, Tony again. And this really disturbs me, makes you think about who your friends really are. Yes. And I'm going to say this too, for the record. Because all your skin folks that the same skin tone as you, they will abandon you too now. But we talking about this day and age. We talking about this day and age right now. I have said this before. You cannot help who you fall in love with, right? Melanated man and woman marry somebody outside their skin tone, like Caucasian. Okay, they might be lovey-dovey to you when they're around you, but how do they act when they are not around you? How do they act around their friends and their family? Right? And that tells you right there what kind of people they are. You right, Miss Media, they wasn't his friend. They wasn't his friend at all. I hope he did learn a lesson. Because I'm like this. If you are my friend, right? If you are my friend, and I'm in a situation, if you were my Caucasian, my white friend, you say you're my friends. See, I'm gonna tell you what a friend is. If that was truly his friends, if the Caucasian and white folks was truly his friends that he was with, they would have said something. Respect static. They would have said something. Am I right or wrong? They would have stood up. They would have stood up with him. Respect, Armando. They would have stood up with him. But they didn't stand up. They didn't stand up for him. I'm gonna ask you a question. How many of y'all got some white friends? How many of y'all got some white friends? How many of y'all got some white friends? By show of, I wish just say show of hands, but if you got some white friends, put some flames in the chat. Put some flames in the chat. You got some white friends. Okay. Now let's go a little step further. Let's go a little step further, right? How many of those white friends, if a racist come around you, will stand up for you? Will stand up with you? And how many of those friends in that scenario will say nothing? See, if I was that brother, if I was that brother that went through that, you know what? Them friends that didn't say nothing and did nothing, guess what? They wouldn't be my friends no more. I was blocked. They know, block them on social media. They wouldn't see no side of me no more. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Because why do I need friends like that? That's not going to stand up for me, stand up with me in that situation. See, that's the problem that we have in this society. People scared to stand up for one another. People scared to stand up for one another. People are scared to stand up for one another. Right? People are scared to stand up for one another. People are scared to stand up for one another. Why are we so scared to stand up for one another for which is right? See, I'm like this right here. I've been cussed them folks out. I've been cussed them the friends out. We've been fighting all over from up and down that damn street. We've been fighting up and down that street. Yeah, see when you got. I'm speaking of this situation. Then with some other white folks spewing racial remarks to this guy, right? Let me see. Can I find? I wish I could play the video. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna find that video right quick so I can play it. Hold on. I'll make sure I got it. I'm gonna get to that part first. Cause guess what? I don't care green, purple, blue, black, white, whatever. I don't care what color you are. When you got friends, who need friends like them? They're not gonna stand up with you and be there with you. What's up, Tony? See, like I said, that was wrong society. See, we are scared to stand up, stand 10 toes down when we see something wrong. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about all across the board. But yet we want to hang out with some other skin color folks. You think that they think you're your friend, but guess what? I got me and my no best friends, right? Me and him stand 10 toes down with each other, no matter what the situation is. I stand 10 toes down with my sister, my mom, even though me and my nephew don't see eye to eye sometimes, or my other nephew don't see eye to eye sometimes, I'm standing 10 toes down with them. They family. I'm standing 10 toes down with my niece. But guess what? With that being said, guess what? I'm pulling them aside. Hey, you know what? What you did was wrong, but I'm gonna stand by you, but I'm gonna correct you when the situation is right. We by ourselves. See, this when you get friends, this is what the question you ask them. This is the question you ask them, right? This is the question you ask. What have you, Tony? Tony, you disappeared. You was up here. You was up here. This is what you ask them other folks, right? This is what you ask this is what you ask the other folks, them other skin folks. What would you do if some racist is heckling me, bothering me, and calling me all sorts out of my name and making racist suggestions? What would you do? What would you do? What would you say? Would you be down for me? Would you call them out? See, and this is the other part of the question. This is the other part of that question, which is a statement. Don't tell me what I want to hear. Be honest with me. Be honest with me. That's all I ask. Be honest with me. Be honest with me. That's all I want. Be honest with me. Are you gonna have my back? Are you gonna have my back?
Hey, watch it, bro. Watch yourself. You watch out, bro. Yeah, watch out here. I'm a cop. What are you gonna do? You're a cop? You pushed me first. You walked right in front of me and bumped me. You're in my face, bro. Yeah, what are you gonna do, tough guy? What are you gonna do? I'm right here. What are you gonna do? 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 Nothing. Exactly. Stop it. You someone's dad act like a kid, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not saying tough guy. Tough guy. Alley right here. That's like keep walking. Alley right here. Keep walking. Keep walking. I'm a cop. You definitely. Yeah. Make sure we get us your bathroom, you moron. Anyways, back to put the glasses on. Now this dude was smart.
Now, tell me, what kind of friends just walk away from a situation and they see 2 or 3, 4 other people badgering their friend? How many will walk away? How many will walk away? That's what I want to know. How many people will walk away from that situation? Would you abandon your friend in that situation? If you know what I'm saying, get your friend closer and your enemy closer, right? Well, they wasn't his friend. They stayed on code with the white culture, with the white folks. They stayed on code. They act like they was embarrassed to see him, to be with him. See, that's what I say. These interracial relationships, sometimes you gotta be careful. Sometimes you gotta be careful with them. You gotta be careful with them. Don't be careful with that. You might be caught up in something that you can't get out of. You might disappear. Respect Mario. You might disappear. So why are we sitting up here saying this my friend, friends everywhere? Why are we sitting up saying them your friends? Friends for to have your back. See, that's why I don't say respect Sickle. That's why I don't say them are my friends. See, one who I consider my friends, no matter what I need, when I need it, or how I need it, they there for me. See, them other folks that sometimes them folks are not your friends, they just associates. They are your associates. Because guess what? Because associate, you expect that out of them. You don't expect that out of your friends. Then guess what? That means you got to get some other type of friends. Go get you some. Why you want to hang with them? Now you know what they all about when that situation came to hit the fan. When that situation hit the fan, and you was all by yourself. Let's just chat. Let's sit back and think about this right here for a minute. Let's sit back and think about this for a minute. Let's think about this for a minute. Do y'all think his so-called friends, you think his so-called friends, if them folks would have jumped on him, they would. I don't think it would happen because they showed them helping why them folks running their mouth. And then on top of that, if the police showed up, would they help identify the people that did it? I don't think they would have. I think there was about 20, 25, something like that. They were old enough. They were old enough out on town, out late at night. Cause even at 20, 25, sometimes you gotta have some sense of morals going on. Cause when you don't have a sense of morals going on, when if I call you my friend, guess what? If I see something not right and two or three other people hounding you, guess what? I'm going to be right by your side. I'm not going to walk away. Oh, guess what? If my friends get beat up, guess what? I won't get beat up too, because we both going down fighting.
Hey,
we both going down fighting.
Hey, salute, bro.
That right there tells me they wasn't his friend at all. Go ahead, Armando.
Hey, look, check this out. Okay, because a couple of people they want to know the age of the friends. They're young. They look like they're in their mid-20s, mid to early 20s or whatever. But if you take a look at his friends, they look like, suburban kids. They look like suburban kids. And the thing about it is, suburban kids aren't really built like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not built like that now. If it was now the white friends I hung out with, they were poor rednecks. And if anything ever went down, they were always ready to scrap. They was always ready to stand on business.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna play this a little bit.
Like I said, across the board,
so they'll know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? See, he was out hanging out with and see in their little group is some pretty white girls. That's another thing. Them racist white boys. When you hanging out with a group of when you hanging out with some pretty white girls, them white boys don't like that. They don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And them racist white boys, they get to drinking and they
taking their women.
Yeah, they'll try you. They'll try you. And here's the thing, and I've had some white people tell me this. If you a black person that only hangs out with white people, see this what this dude problem is. Look, it ain't nothing wrong with having white friends, but don't be that guy that only hangs out with white people because you're trying to fit in, because your self-hatred for your own kind, for your own race. This dude right here seemed like one of them corny suburban black dudes. He was a cornball, so he didn't fit in with the cool kids, the cool black kids. So he only hung out with the suburban rich white kids. You can look at him and tell he's a Poindexter. So them white dudes, they probably looking at him as like, oh, he harmless. He harmless. He ain't no thug. You know what I'm saying? He harmless. We can try him. If they think you weak and they feel that they can get away with it, they will try you. They will try you.
You're a cop? You pushed me first. You walked right in front of me and bumped me.
You're in my face, bro.
Yeah, I am.
What's up, guy? What are you gonna do?
I'm right here. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Don't
do it.
Exactly.
You're a kid,
Stop
bro.
it.
You someone's dad acting like a kid, bro.
Quit acting like a kid. Just say I'm sorry.
I'm not saying.
See there? It ain't nobody in his group that look like they're about their life. It ain't none of them, the white kids that he hanging, none of them look like they're about their life.
And check out the neighborhood they were with though. Look at the neighborhood they're in, right? That's something like, hey, look here. If that was somewhere, let's say
that look like a mall, bro.
Let's say like
that look like the inside of a mall.
Yeah. Yeah, but think about what neighborhood they're probably in. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but
hey, you think that mall was
and that's another thing.
They wouldn't be
Yeah.
acting like that.
That's another thing. If you are that guy, see this right here. I ain't saying his friends are cowards, and I'm not putting it on the friend. All right, because he could have just, not said nothing. When the dude bumped into him, he could have just not said nothing. But he was trying. See, and that's another thing too about black dudes that choose to hang out with only white people. They'll try to act tough, like they got some gangster in them. But see, that crap don't work when you are in an environment where it's predominantly white. That's another reason why they was bold enough to try him like that. Because if you look at the background, ain't hard to none of us there. Yeah, ain't hard to none of us there. So
Tough guy. Alley right here. That's why keep walking. Alley right here. Keep walking.
I'm a cop. You deaf?
Yeah. Make sure we give us your badge number, you moron. Anyways, back to put the glasses on.
Now,
see, he a cornball. He a cornball.
And you know another thing about that is, if you actually looked at that video real close, they were laughing at him. I don't know if they were laughing with him, laughing at him, or whatever. They were laughing. That was actually they're smiling. So he can't fit in with the real brothers. He sure don't fit in with them. Yeah, I see if he bumped into him, and if he said excuse me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know that part of it.
I think the black dude was cooning. How we did it, bro. If I hung out with some white friends, it would be like a group of us, a group of blacks. It would be, if we was in an entourage like that, you would have some blacks, whites, Hispanics, and maybe a couple of Asians. Mine was a variety. The circle that I roll with back in high school and post high school, it was a mixture of a lot of different races. Now, if you that black guy, or this happened with black females also, they get tried too. The ones that got that Sambo mentality where they don't fool with their own race, they don't fool with their own kind, and they choose to only hang out with white people, have white friends. Kind of like what happened to that black chick up there in Forsyth County. Think about it. If it would have been some black girls at that party with her, that wouldn't have never happened. Things like that happen when you put yourself in that situation where you're the only black person and everybody else is a different race. So that's what happened there. And I'm telling you, those type of racist white folks, they look at black guys like that only hang out or only have white friends and only choose to hang out with white suburban friends. They look at black guys like that as weak. They look at them as weak. And those are the ones that will get tried often, more so often.
I'm like a kid, bro. bro.
Could I? He ain't doing it. Gentlemen, just say I'm sorry.
I'm not saying
They laughing because here's what's going through their mind. I guarantee you, before that day, he probably was acting like he was the tough guy of the group because he was the only black person in the group. He probably had them thinking, well, you know, like he was, you know, about their life. Like he was a corporate gangster or something. Yeah, I got black friends. I mean, yeah, I got white friends. Yeah, I'm from the suburbs or whatever, but I got that thug in me. When the time comes, I got that thug in me. And I can handle my business like any black man. But they surprised. They looking at him like, damn. That's what's going on there. And they, for all we know here, they probably thought that he wouldn't need their help.
tough guy.
Alley right here.
That's why keep walking.
Alley right here.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
And to be honest with you, when it comes to him and the white dude, the first thing came out of his mouth was, I'm a cop. What you gonna do? I'm a cop. That right there tells you he a coward. Because them white boys like that try to act tough and they be police officers, off-duty police officers, the first thing they will do is let you know that they're a cop. Hold on, everybody. Yeah, like I was saying, one of them was scared and the other one was glad. That white dude, the first thing came out of his mouth, I'm a cop. I'm a cop. I'm a cop.
Yeah. That's what I had noticed too. Like, why you had to announce that you're a cop?
Because he's
Why?
scared. Because he's scared. He's a cop.
And Miss Media made a good point, right? Yeah. And Miss Media made a good point, right? Yeah. Miss Media made a good point, right? Why do some white folks always think all black folks are tough? That all black folks can handle themselves.
Because that's what they see on the news. That's what they see in movies.
That's what I don't get. They're like, oh, he can handle them three.
See, this
But
is what
when he bumped into him, excuse me, I didn't mean to bump into you, and he goes off on him like that, I would just walk away from him. But you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have said that to him. I would have said a doggone thing to him. What else can you say if you bump into somebody? Excuse me, sorry for bumping into you.
See, this is what a lot of people got to realize. White folks love black entertainment. When they are at home amongst themselves, they will watch black movies, Menace to Society, New Jack City, South Central, The Wire. They'll watch Friday. If you ask the average white person what their favorite movie is, I guarantee it's somebody that's black that starred in the movie. You ask them who their favorite actor is, it'll be Denzel or Will Smith.
So think about it. Think about this right here. Yeah, now think about this right here. Look at what they're doing. Look, the white folk, the white folk want to rap to the black folks song rapping. Look at the dances they try to do. Look at the clothes they try to wear. Look how they try to imitate us. You see what I'm saying? That's what people got to look and see when you got, like I said, we got friends. Sometimes you don't want to get in it. If let me say, if a mother got himself in some mess out here in the street, I'm with him. And he don't mount off at somebody. Guess what? He gonna be on his own. Cause he caused that situation. But if he didn't cause that situation, guess what? I'm gonna be right by his side. But guess what? I'm gonna be by his side, but he ought to have it himself. That's the difference. You see what? You see the difference, right? That's the difference.
That's and see, that's probably why those you got to remember now, you got a lot of girls in that group. All right. Then when the white boy walked up to him, the first thing he hollered, "I'm a cop." Okay, so and then they looking at him as a black guy, like, okay, dang, dog, what you gonna do? I mean, you the muscle of the group. They're looking at him as the muscle of the group. And a lot of white kids, suburban white kids, they will accept a black guy like him in the group as a token for security purposes. You follow what I'm saying? They'll accept him as a token.
Oh yeah, but not knowing, probably not knowing, he not built that way.
Yeah, that he ain't built like that. That he can't fight. Mm-hmm.
Now, if they lived in the same neighborhood, they should know that. See, that's why I say sometimes you gotta be careful with friends.
I think they all live in the same neighborhood. I think he grew up in the suburbs. I think all of them probably stay in the same subdivision, grew up in the same subdivision, went to the same high school and everything. And whatever district it's damn near all white district. He just was fortunate. Mama probably a doctor, dad probably a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? They probably got Huxtable money. And and they allowed him in their circle as a token for security and as muscle for protection. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I understand that. I understand that to a T. And that was, I'm going to say that to some brothers that like that right there. They're going to probably watch the video later. If you in that situation, right? If you're in that situation, don't be a token. You see what I'm saying? Don't be a token. You know what I mean when I say that, right?
Well, he already a token, bro. Just because he's hanging
out. I want to talk about. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about the rest of them.
When you hanging out with a group, of friends, and it's like 20 of y'all, and 19 of them are white, and you are the only black one, it's a you problem. That means you choose to be, you prefer being around white folks more than you do your own people.
Yep. And even vice versa.
Huh?
Even vice versa. That's a white for little hanging around blacks.
Well, the thing about it is ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is that white folks, and I've had several white people tell me this, white folks look at those type of black people, black men and women, that prefer to only hang around white people instead of their own, their own race. They look at those type of black people as weak. They don't respect that. They do not. They don't respect that. They don't respect that. They don't.
No, they don't. No. I'm saying right,
but they do not respect that. They don't.
And I'm telling you like this right here. And there's people in the I'm going to say people in the hood that grew up around a majority black community. They don't respect them. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, of course,
They,
of course, you know, yeah, of course, they ain't getting no respect in the hood, bro. That goes without saying.
Cause
I mean that's obvious. I'm just giving it to you from the point of view of a white person. And
yeah,
most of them, because I have a lot of white friends, and they open up. That one thing about them, boy, they will open up and tell you things that's being said, you know, behind closed doors.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the one thing they do not respect, and this is I don't understand why these conservative black folks feel the need to go overboard, and especially these conservative content creators come on YouTube and on social media going overboard and bashing their own race. White people they don't respect that. Now they'll listen to you, they'll support you. Hell, they'll come in your chat and donate and all of that good stuff. But at the end of the day, in real life, they don't respect that. They do not respect a sellout. Who respects a sellout?
Nobody respects it. Nobody respects it. Because I saw that like, and I see your point of view of it. I see your point of view too. That's why I said what I said earlier, right? Sometimes you got to look around some of your friends. That's why I call some of them people that other races that of another race. I really don't call them my friends. They're just my associate. Cause I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be your token. Cause I'm not gonna hang around you all the time. Respect the niece. You see what I'm saying? On my note.
Huh?
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? I'm not going. Hey, you my associate, but
Well,
like me and you friends. Cause we can go from different circles. You see what I'm saying? We go different circles. But some black women, black men, they can't go from that suburban circle to the urban circle. You see what I'm saying? They can't do that. They can't do it.
Well, no, they can't, because number one, they grew up in the suburbs. Okay. They grew up in the suburbs. They were like nerdy cornballs. You could tell this dude was a nerd. You can look at him and tell he was a nerd by the way he talking and stuff. He ain't got no kind of hood in him at all. He's a Poindexter.
Mhm.
But if you look at the white kids that he's with, they all look like college kids. They all look like they're like freshmen, maybe sophomores in college. And they all look like, if you look at the way they dress and everything, they all look like they're from the suburbs. They don't look like they're from no damn trailer parks. They all look like they're from the suburbs. Salute to you, Miss Chicago. And they will always have that one token Negro in in the midst. And that token Negro is the one that did not get accepted by the cool black kids at the high school. All right.
Oh, he played no sports.
He didn't play no. You're right. He didn't play no sports. Wasn't in the band. You know what I'm saying? He probably was on the debate team or played on the volleyball team or maybe played baseball. He did things that mostly white kids would do. He probably is the type that will go zip lining,
Bungee cord jumping out of airplane,
skydiving and stuff like that. You know, going to the lake and riding the four wheelers and stuff like that. He everything that has to do with the white culture, he probably, grew up embracing it.
Yeah. We're reading what Freedom Friday said. Freedom Friday in Chicago. Freedom said they know a sellout is by themselves and no one will have their back.
Exactly. She told the truth on that. Exactly. That is why a black dude like that will get tried. They'll try him because he ain't no other black people around him. Cause one thing they know we fight together. So ain't no other black person around him. He with a group of white folks and he the only black person in there. So he's a target. He's the mark.
And guess what? I'm telling you, even in the hood, in the urban area, he'll be easy mark. So he don't fit in nowhere, really. He just got to get some more. He just got to get some more skin folks. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, see, one thing I found out, right? I was in the military, but Jordan folks I hung out with white folks, but they had my back. Because I went travel to this. I'm going to travel to this guy's house, Front Royal, Virginia, and it sound like country, right? Backwoods and everything. But guess what? He had my back, I had his. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is what I call. Don't get it twisted. There's some people that's live in the country in the backwoods. They are who they are. But there's some back there, they don't play that. And with him walking with them in that setting, and they walking off like they did, you think they're gonna tell him something, teach him something? They ain't teaching. They're not. That is not teaching him nothing. So guess what? He get in that same situation. He gonna try to be tough, and look what he did. Oh, I'm just gonna put my shades back on. I'm just gonna put my shades back on. You weren't gonna do nothing anyway.
He was trying to save face. That's all that was. He was trying to save face. I mean, he didn't want to look bad in front of them little pretty white girls. He didn't want to look bad in front of them little pretty white girls. But they.
So what you trying? Hey, what you trying to say? He was trying to get some that night.
Nah, I'm just saying, man. They looked at him as protection.
Yeah.
They looked at him as their muscle, as their protector, because of the fact that he's a black dude. He's the only black dude in the group.
Yeah, and think about it. He probably was it the taller one in that group.
Yeah, he looked like he about the tallest one in the group. Yeah,
that's why. I don't know why people think because a person's tall they can actually fight.
Well, it ain't really got nothing to do with the height, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you stepped away when I said this earlier. Listen to me. When black dudes like that hang out with a group of white folks, and they the only black person, they the only black person in the group, they try to make themselves look like they got some hood in them. Like if anything go down, they'll be the muscle. I guarantee you when they all chilling together, drinking and playing cards or whatever, he'll be sitting there telling cap stories about how he used to whoop folks' ass in the hood and stuff like that. Knowing he ain't built like that.
Yep. Look, talk about he from look. Other talking about he's from Mars home, but living let's see,
Line somebody in Bowen Home knowing damn where he grew up and done with it. Put it like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Look. Talk about he's from Darby Road.
No. They know he grew up and done with it, but he'll sit there and say, "Oh, I got friends, I got cousins in Bankhead, I got cousins in Bowen Homes, I got cousins in Mechanicsville, I got cousins in Jonesboro South." Sitting there, when I go visit them, huh?
Hey, look, no, he's from Stockbridge.
Well, that ain't no good example because Stockbridge done got kind of rough. Stockbridge done you got to come up north. You got to say Dunwoody, Roswell,
Sandy Springs,
Alpharetta. Alpharetta, man, let me tell you something. You grew up in Alpharetta. You are soft. You grew up in damn Alpharetta. You grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. You never had to work a day in your life. You had everything handed to you because it is expensive as hell to live in Alpharetta.
Look, it's just like somebody saying, "Oh, they from the Bronx or Brooklyn or Harlem,"
knowing damn well from the Hamptons.
Yeah, for the Hamptons and Long Island. Come on, man. Talk about they from Compton, but live in Beverly Hills.
Exactly. Or Baldwin Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Denise said Alpharetta's 500K. Let me tell you how let me tell you how expensive Alpharetta is. Now, right now, the going price for an apartment, 1 bedroom inside the city of Atlanta is probably like around $950, close maybe $1,000. Depending, if it's newly, new construction. Man, them new apartments they building up there in Alpharetta, them condos up there.
Mm-hmm.
Off the rip. 3,500. To some people, that's a house note.
Yep. You might well gonna get out. But I'm gonna tell you this right here. And done with it, right? Them apartments right there. You know what kind of folks I see coming out them apartment in my door. I see no black folks coming out there. Either gonna be white, Indian, or Asian.
Young, okay. Most of the whites they young because they grew up. A lot of them came from like up here in this part of Gwinnett where I'm at, or Alpharetta. They grew up and they probably wanted to go to Georgia Tech or attend Georgia State or whatever. So you know one thing about the white folk, man, when them kids graduate from high school, they getting them the hell up out the house. So what they'll do is they'll sign for them apartment down there, done with it, buy them a car.
Mm-hmm.
Make damn sure that's because white person they're gonna know somebody to know somebody to know somebody to know somebody. One thing about it, they always gonna have a hookup for their kids to get a damn good job. So they gonna sign for an apartment down there, done with it somewhere, done with a Buckhead.
I'll tell you something else.
Buy them a car and hook them up with a damn job. By the time if they going to school, if they gonna go to school right here in Atlanta, they gonna have all that. They gonna have their own. I'm telling you, bro, they gonna get them up out their house.
I'm gonna tell you what else they're gonna do. I'm telling you what else they're gonna do. Right? How many? We had a job, right? At high school. That barely some young black folks got a job, right?
They had to.
Yeah, but guess what? Look at majority. Some of the jobs that these young people got, majority white folks, white kids. Oh, they got they teach them early. You got a car. Hey, you pay your own car note, your own insurance. You have to pay bills.
Where they in a position to do that. They in a position to do that, D-True. I mean, you know, they in a position, bro. They'll put it like that, bro. It's the thing about it is those white folks from the time that they were kids, from the time that they were babies, they were able to put back money out of every paycheck. They could afford to do that. They could afford to put back $100 a week for the next 18 years.
Yep.
The average black person ain't able to do that, ain't able to put back that kind of money and let it sit for 18 years. Average white person, you know, well, most of the white people, most of the white person, they're able to do that.
Yeah.
They're able to do that. And when by the time that child graduates from high school, all of that money is available for them in the trust fund, in a CD account, and it's drawing interest.
Yeah. I'm reading what Denise said. Denise said her daughter got accepted to Georgia State. She said she would not allow her to go to school in downtown Atlanta.
I mean, if they getting a full ride, and if they getting a full ride, and I can afford them, and I can afford to put them in a safe, like a safe high-rise apartment, like down there by you know that area, man, where they be shooting all them Tuba movies at Atlantic Station. Them high-rise apartments, man, that's gated and secured, 24-hour security. And they're like a couple of blocks away from the campus. And I'm able to buy them their own car to drive back and forth to the campus. Hell yeah. Shit, let them hell yeah.
Remember you said white people place their own in nursing home as opposed to blending the extended family.
Now that's the
effed up
thing. That's the effed up thing about it. They are the main ones. They parents spoil them, give them the world, and they are the minute their parents get sick or have dementia or something like that, or Alzheimer's or something like that, they'll be ready to put their parents in a nursing home or into a facility or retirement.
Because they think it's a burden to them.
They like what you do for your mom, bro. It's rare. It is rare, and I do mean rare that you'll find a white folks doing that for their parents, bro. That's one thing I do know. One thing I have seen a lot in my lifetime. They will put their parents after their parents done gave them the world, spoiled them, you know, fed them with a silver spoon all their life. When their parents get old and start deteriorating, they will put them in a nursing home, in a facility. Now that's Jack.
I got a question. I got a question for you in the chat. How many of y'all feel that black guy that grew up in the suburb, acting like them, do whatever they do, right? He will put his family in a nursing home.
I mean, I don't really know anything about him. I don't know. I don't really know anything about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't really answer that question. that's kind of all based from the subject, but I hope he would do right by his parents, because from the looks of him, they take damn good care of him. All of them. Now, I'm not just talking about him, I'm all of them. I don't care what race you are. If your mom and dad is giving you the world, if they're giving you the world, they putting you through school and they spoiled you and giving you the world and work they butt off to give you the world, the least that you could do is take care of them in return. You know, but I'm telling you, man, I've seen it, man. I have seen it up here in the ATL and back home, where them same white kids that were spoiled by their parents, where parents gave them the world, Parents gave them a car when they on their 16th birthday, spoiled them all their life. When their parents got old and sick, man, they would just take their parents and put them in a damn nursing home or put them in a retirement home somewhere.
And they said she didn't let her go. I don't know what she meant by the other statement. I didn't feel free with Georgia State and the city and the homeless population being at play at Elements. And together said, I know that is true. When I was a nurse, that was the first thing they would do.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I don't think he would do that. But Miss Media came back. If he not fully acted his race, he might place their ass in a home.
I mean, I wouldn't, he cool
Well, for the passes.
He cooling young. He cooling in his. Hey, who am I to say that he wasn't cool in his 40s? Because see, you know one thing about it, when you reach the age of when you get in your 40s, from the age of 40, I'll say from the age of 40 to let's say 55. From the age of 40 to 55, by the time you reach 55, if your mom and father are still in this world, consider yourself very blessed. Because that means if you are 55, at the age of 55, and your parents are still alive, that means they're like in their late 70s, early 80s, or something like that. And in this world, in this day and world where you got all this pollution in the air and contaminated food and crime and stuff like that, it's a blessing to live that long.
Yeah, and we see what goes on. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when a person is like he is blinded to what's going on. You see what I'm saying? He is blinded. He's blinded. And who to say he gets to get another situation, they won't turn on him. Then what he's stuck. He by himself. But to my brothers and sisters, that if y'all in that type of situation, y'all in that type of environment, it's cool to hang with them. But also go get you some friends.
Don't put it like this. Don't become a culture vulture and invading their culture. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't become a culture vulture for them, where you basically cut off yourself from your culture and you only want to be a part of their culture. That makes you a culture vulture. And I personally, I just don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with having white friends. There's nothing wrong with having black friends. Okay, but have a balance. Don't just, and this go for a white person too. You know what I'm saying? Because it irks me when I see a white person that only deal with black folks. You got, like, if I see a white chick and she out hanging out with 9 other black chicks, and all she hang out is all she listen to is black folks music. Know what I'm saying? You becoming a culture vulture.
Yeah, you're right, and and you keep hanging. You know how they would. You know how people in the hood gonna look at it. Oh, that's a Sambo over there. You know what I'm saying? And don't want. He ain't gonna care.
Yeah, no, that dude right there, he had a point of no return. D-True. That little incident right there ain't gonna wake him up. It is not gonna wake him up. He'll move on to the next group, and the next group, and the next group until he gets accepted. I'm telling you, he's a young Larry Elder, a young Clarence Thomas, He just, you know, and he's in the coon factory. He's in the coon factory. And let me just say this to some of you black conservative Republicans, okay? There's nothing wrong with being a black conservative Republican, all right? Nothing wrong with it. Dr. King was let me finish.
Yeah.
Dr. King was a Republican and a conservative. Hell, Farrakhan is he talks like a conservative Republican. There's nothing wrong with it. But don't go bashing your people and putting your race down to try to be accepted in the conservative circles. Your political views you don't have to sell out your blackness in order to be a Republican or a conservative. I just don't understand the notion that, oh, the only way I can fit in and be a true conservative, I got to start putting down my own black people. I got to start talking trash about black, like that idiot Jason Whitlock.
Oh, what about how about that? How about that? Tim Scott, them folks like that. What they did. Let me ask her together question. She said, "Who said I am a cop?" That guy with the hat, that white guy with the hat turned backwards.
Yeah, that one right there. That one right there. The main one that was getting up in his face, and that was cowardly, because if he really wanted some smoke, he didn't. Oh, you off duty. You off duty. You ain't clocked in, so you can throw hands with that kid and fight. And you know, and you the badge ain't even gotta be no factor. It's a man on man.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I'm gonna say, like you said, one scared, the other glad, and
one scared, the other one glad.
I'm gonna tell you why I know. I'm tell you why I know he that black kid wasn't built like that. Ain't no way nobody gonna walk up in my face. We'll be facing toward the street. Man, you gonna be face to face. Man, you gonna be face to face.
Well, the media, the society. If you 18 and older, the society, yeah, he's a kid to us. But you over 18, you looked at it as an adult. But see, this dude right here, that white dude right there, look, he probably ain't got no woman. He probably ain't got no girlfriend. He's seen that dude. He's seen that dude standing next to a very nice looking, very attractive white girl, and he felt some type of way about it. That's why I say, brothers, that if you dating outside your race, okay, and the thing about it is, when you date outside your race, when you dating a white woman, you're not just dating her, you're dating into her culture, which means you're going to be spending more time around her people, and you're going to be doing more things that's related to her culture than you're going to be related to yours, because this is the thing about them. This is the thing about them. I hope I don't ruffle no feathers. I hope I ain't stepping on no toes when I'm getting ready to say this.
Oh, well.
All right. One thing about them white women. One thing about white women. Now, it's only one way as a black man, because it's always in the back of their mind, because women size each other up. White women look at beautiful black women like together. They look at her, see she has a nice shape, beautiful eyes, light-skinned. That's a threat. You know what I'm saying? That's a threat. Women that look like that, that's fine and look like that, they know in the back of their mind, they feel like, well, damn, you know, he could leave me for one, you know, he could leave me for one of them voluptuous, nice looking black women. So the first thing you got to do is put that to bed. You got to put that to rest, and you got to ease her mind and make her feel secure that you are gonna be hers and always hers, and that you won't go back. And the only way you're gonna be able to do that, you're gonna have to do with these clowns like Jason Whitlock and Officer Tatum doing? You got to put down black women. You got to talk crap about black women when you around her. You ain't got to be nasty about it. You just got to say things like, because they're going to test you. They're going to ask you. So why do you don't date black women anymore? And you're going to have to come out and say something like, oh, they got nasty attitudes. Oh, they all about money. Oh, they too masculine. You gonna have to put her mind at ease before she feels secure with you. And then once she feels secure with you, oh, whatever you need, whatever you want, you can get out of her.
Hey, but I'm saying this right. From looking at that picture, right?
I'm not saying that's right, ladies and gentlemen. So before y'all start typing and cursing me out, Mondo, that's I know. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you all from experience and from what I've seen with my own eyes. Yes, that's what they want to hear. They want to hear their black husband or their black boyfriend. They want to hear them say it out of their own mouths. I don't like black women because such and such and such, such and such and such, such and such and such, such and such and such. They look at y'all, they feel like y'all are threats. They look at y'all as threats because when they were dating white men, and they would be walking in the mall holding hands, and some badass sisters walk past them with fat asses, them damn white men eyes would wander and their head would turn.
I'm reading what Miss Chicago said. I'm gonna tell you what the picture look. Miss Chicago said, well, she said, it's just her. She said, just her figure. I think a lot of us are culture vulture. Doesn't that mean do what other things that other cultures do? It just
ain't no culture vulture. Ain't no damn culture vulture. You speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. I ain't never been no damn culture vulture. I've been a trendsetter. I've been a trendsetter all my life. Even when I was back in high school, I set in my own trends. I don't follow nobody. I ain't never been no culture vulture. Nope.
But I'm saying this right here. I'm saying this right here. I believe the kid could have knocked him out because the guy looked like he drunk anyway.
I don't think that would have been. I don't think that would have been. He did the right thing. He did the right thing. Lucky for him, the white dude was a little scary coward. Because you saw he walked out. He didn't do nothing. He was a little scary coward. And he walked out. And plus the dude was a cop, so he didn't want to risk losing his damn job.
But I guarantee you, there was a real hood person just so handled that night he was hanging out with his white friend. Oh, he probably got knocked out.
and Denise, you are right. Denise said it sure don't stop other races from wanting. Let me tell you something. Look, all of this mumbo BS about black women are the least most desired women on the planet. That's a bunch of bull. Let me tell you something. Every man of every race will love to have them a fine ass sister laying next to them. Every race, look, white, Hispanic, Asian, every other race, they love them some damn black women. Why do you think? Why do you think they love? They'll sneak and they'll go to Instagram looking at them black Instagram models. They'll go to TikTok looking at them black females on TikTok. Man, them damn white men, the ones that do watch porn, you know who they mostly watching? The black female porn stars.
I'm gonna say this right here. Then I'm gonna read this video come in. If you see Hollow Knight, when a white man was in this bed with what's her name? And called his wife said, I ain't told his wife he never coming back home.
Exactly. Exactly. And that is real. That is real. That wasn't just no Hollywood script. That is real. It's been plenty. Let me tell you something. It's been plenty of black women that done took plenty of white women husbands.
Hey, Don't
get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted.
Miss Reed said, she said she's not thinking enough for the brothers. So sad. Then she said, nah, you need to cut your mess out, Miss Reed. Then he said, black women can't set the coochie on the face of a white man and get paid.
Man,
how you know? Denise, that she don't.
She ain't lying. Especially these southern white men. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't believe everything that they put a lot of BS on Google. All these damn so-called polls and stuff. Who you polling? All these so-called polling for all we know, that may have been white women that participated in them polls. Look, it is a historic proven fact. It is a historic proven fact that white men have deep desires for black women. It goes all the way back to slavery. They were screwing the slave. They were going down to the slave quarters, spending more time with the slave women than they were their own wives at the plantation house.
I ain't fooling with you, Denise.
They would leave. They would get out the bed, leave the mansion, leave their wives laying in bed, hot, bothered, and horny, and they would goddamn go creeping down there to the slave quarters, getting them some brown sugar.
So the lesson learned, you gotta have balance in your friends. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have balance in the people you hang out with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have balance.
Yeah, balance, and you also don't just shut off your culture. I don't care who you are. I don't care if a white person should not shut off their culture. I mean, it's just crazy, man. That when I used to hear back in the 90s, man, it really happened in the 90s. It was like when they were allowed to, when interracial dating started being allowed and accepted in the 90s. I mean, man, some of them down white dudes and white girls just lost their mind. It's like I don't like white men. No white girls will be saying, I don't like white boys. I don't want no more white boys. All I date is black guys. So, I mean, come on. Come on now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how it goes.
Life is all about balance, man. Life is all about balance. You can have friends of any race, but don't turn your back on your culture. And if you do, the people that you're trying to fit in with, they see through that. They see through the BS. They ain't gonna tell you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to embarrass you. But I guarantee you, them kids that he hang out with, I'm telling you, they don't respect that. They like him. They may even love and care about him, but they don't respect the fact that he's turned his back on his own culture. They don't respect that. A person could love you and but not respect you.
And I want to see. Not only turn your back on your culture, your people. Shoot, you probably turn your back on your family. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't talking about like mom and dad. I'm talking your other family members. And I know it feels so. I know sometimes people kind of feel some type of way when they go to a family reunion. They can't fit in.
I don't,
That's
I
hell
don't,
right there.
I don't think he going to no family unions. Like he seemed like the type. Okay, so if his black family reunion is in August, 9 times out of 10, he probably in Paris with his white friends. He strike me as that type. But you
That's
know,
all I can. Go ahead.
to each his own. I couldn't do it.
I can do it. I can do it either. I
Uh-uh.
can do it either. Shoot, ain't no way. Ain't no way I got to turn my back on. Yeah. I can see going out with them on this weekend, but guess what? I got to go hang out with my other friends too. You know what I'm saying? I got to go hang out with. I got to keep that culture alive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like you said, he probably ain't gonna learn from that situation. He's not gonna learn from that situation. So, so what lesson have we learned tonight, people?
Like Ice Cube had a song out back in the days. It's called "Be True to the Game." Be true to the game. Don't forget where you come from. You know, you can explore, and I think it's good for young black men and women when you're in your early 20s to get out and explore other cultures. I think it's great. I really do. I think you need to expose yourself to other cultures, not just white, Hispanic, Italian, Asian, you know, just explore, you know, learn more about other cultures. That's good. That will come in handy in the long run. So you get in your 30s and you move up in the business world, you'll be able to hold a conversation with those people. You'll be able to relate to them. You'll be able to, you know, you will be ready. And it's all a part of growing. So the more exposure you have to different cultures, the better it is for you. But, you know, don't get, you know, just don't sell out and disregard your own culture. Don't do that. Don't run away from your own culture because you are who you are. And that's something you can't change. I don't care how many, you know, how hard you try to run away from it. You are who you are.
Yeah, and life has a way of slapping you to make you realize that.
Humbling you, yes. And that's exactly what happened to that young man in that mall. He got humbled. He got brought down to earth. And I think it's a learning experience for him. You know, hey man, go spend time with your people. Go spend time with your cousins and you know, your you know, try to get out and mingle and you know, mingle amongst your people as well. Have a balance. There's no law, no rule against having black and white friends. Balance is good for life. Balance is the best thing. It's healthy.
Yeah, sometimes it ain't good to try to be accepted in someone else where you ain't where you don't have that balance and you don't have that balance of being accepted somewhere else. See what I'm saying? It's your own spot. It it, it, it just don't work out that way. But it's a learning experience. When that learning experience comes around, you got to take what you can and learn from it. Like Mondo said, different. You got to learn. Look, it's all right to go study other cultures, right? It's okay to go study how other people, other races, culture, whatever you want to call it. It's all right to go study that, but don't forget where you came from. And don't also you got to study your own. See, when you don't study your own, you study everybody else. You lose yourself. You forget where you came from, where your ancestors came from.
Exactly. You know, hey, I like them both. I'm intrigued by both. I was intrigued by of course, come up as a kid back in those days, you had to learn white history because that's what was put in front of you. But as I got older, and there was a whole lot of, I told you my stepmom, she had the library. She had the library in the house. And as I got older, I got more curious about my culture and my ancestors and our roots. And I started reading and researching. So I learned both cultures. Both cultures. Then, as I got older and got into my 20s and I started dating my son's mother, I had to learn and study her culture. And that helped out a lot. So there's always room for growth in life. So hey. Teachable moment. And that's what you get over here at 20s Media. That's what you get over here at the Wolfpack Nation. You're going to always get a teachable moment. You're always going to get a teachable moment. I gave you one earlier today on my earlier live, and you come over here tonight at D-Truth, and D-Truth gives you a teachable moment.
There's my Kelly sister Monique here. Where you been? Yeah, you might have to watch the playback. I already know she's gonna go watch the playback anyway. And I'll tell you this right here. Me, myself, I might be talking about women. I might be talking about this right here, but it's certain types that I be talking about, but also be a certain type of men I be talking about. And as men and women in our community, we gotta do better. We got to do better. We got to learn our own history. Real bad. We got to learn our own history, and that's one thing that fella got to learn. He's a young man. He's a young man, and he still, like I said, he still got some growing to do.
He young.
Yeah, he got some growing to do. And until then, all we have to do is just have for the best for him.
He's young. And like was that song De La Soul had out? You got to live and learn. The longer he lives, the more he gonna learn.
Together, go ahead.
Together, I saw you live, and you were right. I hey, it's a teachable moment. My delivery is just different.
Yeah. Hey, look here. Sometimes people don't like us making some factual stuff. We be hurting somebody's feeling. We don't care. We be hurting somebody's feeling. Because guess what? Every day you learn a new lesson. If we don't learn that to do, every time you wake up, something wrong with you. That's all. Everybody say, you make a New Year resolution. You supposed to make a daily resolution every time you get up. And you know what my resolution always be when I wake up? To be better than I was the day before. Mondo got it in the final words. Shout out.
Hey, like I said earlier today, I don't our governor turned on the mayor of Los Angeles. I'm not surprised that the y'all governor lost his mind. But yeah, like I said, teachable moment. I don't try to come on here and tell people what to do or how to run their business. I just come on here and talk to you like a big brother or uncle, and my message is geared toward these young people. Hey, there's always room for improvement as you live, you learn, And you know, the best experience is life experience. The longer you live, the more you're gonna learn. Some things you're gonna learn the hard way. That's life. That comes with life. So hey, just enjoy every moment of it. But when you get a OG like myself and my bro here, try to talk to you and tell you how it is in this world, take the time and listen. Take the time and listen, because a lot of the knowledge that I come on here and kick out, it was handed down to me by elders in the community that, hot days, summer days, they'll be sitting on their porch and you walk by, hey, come on here, talk to me. They, offer you a cold glass of lemonade and you sit down on the porch and they was kicking some wisdom and knowledge to me that I kept and carried on for the rest of my life. And the choices that I made, the good choices. When I was young, I was a knucklehead, don't get me wrong. But majority of the choices I made, they were the right choices because I listened and respected my elders. When they gave me advice, I kept it, filed it in my head, and when the time came, I remembered everything they said word for word. So on that note, until next time, like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. I'm Armando Black. Peace and blessings. Wolfpack for life. Ow!
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right here. Well, Fox News try to do save this narrative. I'm gonna say this, that black folks out of California, that Wi-Fi was looting somebody's house, which it was false, because they would have the relative move the stuff out the house, and they were interviewing the woman that they were helping. So be careful what you watch and what people say on the news. And I think it was a guy in California. He always helped people. I forgot what his name is, Mr. Walt. Good fella. They were trying to raise $250,000 for a place to stay and to rebuild a house, and they had set up a GoFundMe, and it had raised $880,000 because he always helped somebody else that was in need. So guess what? Good vibes you put out, good energy you put out, you always get it back. Always try to be nice to each other. You're right about it. I know that together. That's why I say what I said. Sometimes you gotta watch what people gotta get the whole story of especially when you're watching the news. That's why I always hardly watch the news no more. Because I gotta get the whole story. But other than that, love and respect yourself. How when you love and respect yourself, you see through all the BS. You see through all the BS. And love yourself. Self-love is the best love, because who can love you better than you love yourself? I'm your host, D Truth. This has been Open Mic. Peace. We out. Love everybody. Thank you. And hit that like and subscribe button. Tell your friends about this channel. We out.